Hello ladies and germs, today we are playing more Peglin with the spinventor character. Today we're playing the Cruciball 5 challenge, and to explain what that is, I think we should probably just show what the different levels do. So from the first one we immediately just get with an extra pebble, which is bad. It sounds nice to have an extra thing, but it actually just means that you don't get like good orbs as often. We have the chance of mini-boss battles appearing in question mark zones. So less rewards, less events, which is kind of bad as well. Although, you know, mini-bosses do give nice rewards, so it's not all bad. Pegboards contain 1 less critical, and then misnavigation damage is increased to 5. So if there's like a flaming slot you can fall into, it actually deals 5 instead of the usual 1. And at 5, which is what we're playing, we have all of those debuffs as well as the pegboards contain 1 less reset, which is significantly worse than just the critical, because resets are something you desperately need, and when you don't get an extra reset for these kinds of runs, it very quickly becomes brutal. So yeah, starting relic, activated, nope. Activated resets and criticals contribute to damage 3 times when we have a total of 2, 1 of each. It's kind of tough. You have 1 orb discard. And once again, we have so many pebbles that at this point, I don't think that really even helps us too much. Refresher cores though. Every 4 times the board is refreshed, randomly gain 1 view circle or spin S. So even though we have, like, don't have enough resets right now to, like, feel good about anything, actually. We'll get there, we'll get there. Spinventor, the character, by the way, it just has the ability of unique orbs in your deck get +1/+2. So for an example, since every class starts with 1 atypical orb and then just a bunch of pebbles, this one has like a splat orb. So you can see that the actual attack and critical chances are marked as green because they're getting buffed. So usually this would be a 2 and 4 if I'm not mistaken. And obviously, classes also do affect the drop table, something I wasn't actually originally aware of. So yeah, we're gonna have way more of a neutral... Well, we're gonna have like a field day with just like different slimes and stuff. And I'm kind of excited for that. Obviously, always, because slime, I feel like, is probably one of the better strategies. Because... like, a lot of things just care about you activating an X amount of orbs. Slimes is great with that. Then there's just stuff that actively cares about slimes. There's stuff that cares about, like, there's orbs that, like, need to activate an X amount of orbs to change them into, like, explosives or whatever AoE damage. Which I guess is kind of in the same category of, like, the direct damage from orbs getting activated or whatnot, but still. Slightly different, so I kind of count them as different things. And then there's like stuff where hitting an orb upgrades it, which kind of goes hard with slimes as well. So slime is actively like a really good strategy, and usually this kind of well, this class really gives you extra stuff for that. Shuffle, okay, this is just the reorganizer, this just shuffles, this doesn't create anything, so I don't really care about that. I think it doesn't matter where we go, I'm not taking the orb we get. Our first priority, by the way, which is why I'm looking at the map, is these coin slots here. They're shops, and those are the only places we can use to actually get rid of orbs. Unfortunately, with this layout, we can only get 1 for the entire first floor. So we're gonna enter the next floor still carrying with us 4 pebbles, which is really bad. Well, not 3 pebbles, which is really bad. Unless we end up getting really lucky and we get an event. Oh, this is like the one board thingy that I'm like actively the worst at. See? Tough. Wait, what was I saying again? Yeah, so there's actually 2 different events where we can actually get rid of orbs in addition to the stores. One of them just deletes all of your orbs and gives you the Ouroboros orb, which is actually just hype. And the other one is like the pre-shop one. I think it only appears before you've gone to the first store, but I could be wrong. But that allows you to upgrade an orb or delete an orb for free as well, which is kind of hype. Oh my god. Ooh. That's, by the way, it's the 5 damage coming in from the one Cruciball. So I'm really bad at the actual navigation part of the game. I tend to be quite good at actually hitting the pegs I want to, but when it comes to navigation, I am like the worst. I love how like the sun kind of, it became a bit more cloudy, so now my house is way darker than it was a moment ago. Oh, now I'm overlit. Whatever. You know what? You can never be too lit. How about that? Yay. Wait. So we went to the question mark and we got a mini boss. Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, I for one welcome our new slime overlords. The nice thing about mini bosses is that I think they actually kind of have a higher chance of giving rare relics than a chest would. And also, since we're not playing with the normal Peglin. Okay, now the sun is like out, so now I'm just even more overlit. Whatever. So since we are not playing with the... Oh, I did not mean to discard. Well... since we're not playing with the normal Peglin, chests are actually a bit worse than they would otherwise be, because we don't have as many choices. For what we actually get. There's like a relic, I think. I think it is a relic, actually. That the normal Peglin starts with. Which basically just states that you have an extra option for, I think it's both stores and chests, maybe. I could be wrong about that. The store part. Wait, not stores. Like the after battle or buying thingy. I think it gives you an extra option there as well. Not like an actual store though. But yeah, since we don't have that... Oh. Yeah, we're not getting this guy. Oof. Since we don't have that, every single normal orb, or normal chest or whatever reward page is actually slightly worse. So getting mini bosses is better than chests, just because even though there's always the risk of losing, you kind of need your options to actually be good. 2 times damage when your health is below 25%. Let's hope we don't end up there. Applies healing slime. Okay, just a slime. Anything is always good. Unless you're specifically playing... Oh. Specifically playing a build where you... Oh wait, I didn't want to go here though. I was supposed to go to the normal fight first to get extra gold. I am dumb. And like the chance to upgrade orbs as well. Oopsie. Also, even though, like, the question mark thingy does give us extra mini-bosses, the game doesn't, like, have extra mini-bosses, right? So we can get duplicates like this because of the Cruciball level. Which is kind of funny. I don't think you can actually have 2 of the same mini-boss from just the actual mini-boss squares, though. As far as I know. But I could be wrong about that as well. Okay, that was, like, so much worse than I imagined it to be. The reset being here is like really, really interesting. That's not an easy slot to actually hit. Because obviously we just get bounced back. If I go there, I kind of have to waste an entire attack on just clearing the way. Oh, that doesn't actually even land in the right spot. You know what? I'm just going here and we're dealing with everyone. Like this. Perfect. Totally intended. I'm just so good at the game. I feel like I'm not seeing the reset, which means it's under one of the slimes. The one debuff slimes give you is that they make it harder to actually distinguish where a reset or a critical is, but it's here. It's under this one. It's really hard to tell. I'm not sure if, like... Because there is a bit of a... As far as I can tell, there is a bit of a color change between, like, just playing and watching on YouTube. So, like, I don't know if it's OBS that does it or if it's YouTube that does it. But I think it might be slightly easier to see on the video, which is, like, good. Like, obviously it's difficult for me, but it being visible for you guys is kind of what actually matters. Because at the end of the day, like, I am playing to create content, so you know the content is king. The content is what really matters. These rainbow guys, by the way, whenever you hit them, they turn or like pegs into coin pegs. That's kind of their whole shtick. And then if you hit them, they also like allow your orb to pass through them. But like letting them go doesn't really matter, and they don't attack us, so they're kind of harmless as well. But obviously it's always sad whenever you don't get to attack them at all, because then you just don't get the coins. And I also don't think AoE stuff like these red or black bombs actually like make them drop coins. I think you actually have to hit them with an orb. That being said, and a hit everything orb does still like hit them. And does give you the coins. Boom! These are just my weird observations. I'm sorry if I'm all over the place. I'm kind of like in between doing two different things in real life. Friends of mine had like, were performing like, they have a band and they were performing, and I was like, I went to their concert a moment ago, and I'm just back now, and then I'm gonna leave in a moment to go to a friend's place to, you know, I have a nice, completely sober night of board games and fun, sure. I will go with that. Okay, pegboard started with twice as many, and specifically black bombs. I think I was like, read that out loud quite a few times as have twice as many bombs. That is not what it does. It doesn't copy the red ones, which, you know, depending on your build, is either really good or really bad for you. Well, actually it's really bad, but it's like either good or bad. Either really good or just kind of bad, I guess. Well, no. It's not that great usually. Do not get the red ones. Whatever. Each shot, a random slot becomes a portal. Absolutely. So there's gonna be like... Also, I only recently found out that the travel thingies that are shaped like chests actually like have a hidden chest in them, where if you actually destroy all the bombs, you actually just get a relic chest. Which is kind of fun. But yeah, so we have this like orange slot, and if we end up there, we just teleport straight above it. So that's kind of cool, and it works like 3 times per fight. The one little thing about it is though that you shouldn't be like intentionally going for it, because obviously you kind of, if you go there like from above, you clear the way, so when it respawns above the slot as well. So if you've cleared the way once, you know, there's nothing for your orb to hit again, so it doesn't really matter that it comes back. The slimes are kind of maybe a different thing though, where you can hit stuff without actually destroying it, so it kind of works a bit better with this kind of a build. I think we're gonna go left here. Yeah. I also heard, and I don't know if this is true, speaking of left, I heard that like in Spanish, instead of saying lefty loosey, righty tidy, whenever talking about like opening jars and whatnot, they instead say the right oppresses and the left liberates, which I think is kind of hardcore to teach to children. But that's kind of a fun thing I just heard. Which is on the top of my mind right now, because I'm currently experiencing a bit of a tummy ache, because ya boy kind of bought pickled vegetables in this. I don't know if there's like a specific name for it in English. But I went to like an ethnic store that has like these jars of pickled vegetables. And there's like, what are the green peppers called again? Are they called green peppers? The spicy ones? Well, I mean kind of spicy, like slightly hot. But like not a lot of capsaicin, but just like a bit. And then just garlic and carrots and cucumbers and whatnot. But yeah, like pickled vegetables that are kind of spicy. And buying them was kind of a mistake, because there's this fun little thing about me where I'm not exactly an expert on moderation, so I kind of just like ingested the entire jar of them, and now my stomach hurts. So I'm actively being reminded of stuff in jars, which is I guess why I'm thinking about how to open jars up as well. I think that's how I ended up talking about the righty righty-tighty, lefty-loosey thingy. Okay, now we cannot afford to... I was gonna say we cannot afford to miss this, and then we immediately missed it, but luckily we just took damage instead of going the wrong way. Eye of Turtle! Ooh! So Relic Battle Rewards and Orb Battle Rewards both have an extra option. This is just the normal Peglin starting item that we don't have because we're playing as a spinventor. Flying enemies are attacked horizontally and take 1.5 times damage from projectile attacks. Extra bounce. Make it bouncy. Actually, don't remember the rest of the song. Yeah, I've been listening to way too much K-pop recently, but somehow I also don't remember any of it. Kind of an interesting thing where, like, there's very short snippets of it, like, playing in my head. But I guess that's, like, just not even a music thing. I think I just have that with stuff. Like, I've caught myself just randomly saying, "Oh, Azazel," after watching Sandman, which is a really good series that you totally should pirate. Wait. Well, I'm just gonna say don't watch it through. I'm not... Okay, you know what? Forget that. I'm not endorsing pirating it. I'm just telling you to not watch it through official means. But yeah. I don't know what it is about Sandman where literally the main character's like a hot emo. Black hair and stuff. But then outside of that, there's clearly a type the creators have when it comes to the castings. Or maybe it's just the original thing. I don't even know. Where basically every bad guy... Well, every evil character in Sandman apparently is just a hot blonde. I can't even say every bad guy, because it's like... I don't know if Lucifer is supposed... What Lucifer's gender is supposed to be in Sandman. Then there's Desire, who's, I think, non-binary. And then there's Corinthian and Loki, who are technically both male-presenting, although now that I think about it, Loki is definitely still gender-fluid, much like in the actual mythology as well. Because the horse thing is canon. That Loki has also done it with a horse. Applies healing slime to every 10 hit. 10 pegs hit. This is a healing item, so it only works once per battle. Usually these kind of healing items work only once per battle, except for the egg, which only works once. Period. The thing about this is that we already have a healing slime relic. But then again, slime is overall just good. And this, unlike a lot of other stuff, does actually not have the clause of it can't deal damage. So we can deal damage, we just deal less of it. So I think we almost do want this, but... Yep. I was gonna say a bot there, but I'm not gonna. Prime slime! Oh my god, we're actually just going like full slime. So now, if we actually... See, here's the thing, it's kind of sad because we also want this recombobulator. Because after we get slimes, what we really want is one or two of those things that turn hit pegs into bombs. Because with slimes, it's really easy to trigger them. But yeah, prime slime, every 17 pegs hit have a positive slime applied. I'm kind of confused as to what a positive slime means, because slimes usually are... Oh wait, there are negative slimes, huh? Yeah, I never thought about it, but there are technically negative slimes as well. Because there's the spider one, which makes your ball like just fall really quick. And then there's the red slime, which just allows orbs to like pass through it as well. Which is the slime mini-boss. I think it's a mini-boss? I think it's a mini-boss, yeah. Mechanic. So yeah, there actually are negative slimes, huh? Never really thought about it. Because I've never like considered those slimes, but they are slimes. Even if I don't consider them that. Personally. You know what, maybe sometimes the world doesn't revolve around me. That's a horrible thing to realize. Now I can never be an 8-year Blizzard employee. So sad. Oh, that's such a bad moment to reload. If I realized that the mole was gonna attack, I would have discarded before. Wait, is it this one or is it the next one? I don't actually know if it's gonna be next turn when he attacks. Well. Okay, we perfectly reset, so it doesn't... Okay, yeah. So it was this turn, but we did end up hitting the reset twice, which is perfect. So now we have just like a full thing to go off of. That's kind of a light attack though. Well, it is what it is. We get rid of the plant. Oh, a perfect reset actually. Although it doesn't matter because he's under 50, so this just kills anyways. He didn't actually need to go out of his way to show up. But I guess oh, no, there's no actual bonus. I was gonna be like, I guess we get extra stuff because of it, but actually we don't. Gain 3 balance at the start of battle and whenever you reload, but you have 1 less orb discard. Yeah, so this is just good. Most of the time I don't remember to actually discard orbs. Like I think I used pebbles there as well. Even though, you know, I could have discarded at least one of them. So okay, left is the better way. Left. Cool. What was I gonna say again? So like getting a huge bonus for losing discards, which I don't actually remember to use to begin with. It's kind of hype. Because balance is, by the way, like probably the best buff. Yeah, I mean, there's only 3 ones that I know of, right? Well, 4. There's like a peg bonus. Where you keep a peg. Peg bonus sounds like... Okay. You know what I mean, like the pegs of a peggle board, not the other kind of pegging. There's like stuff that gives them like just flat damage. Then there's Spiness, which gives you extra crit damage, and then there's Circle, which gives you extra just overall damage. And then there's Balance, which gives you both extra damage and extra crit damage, which is like obviously the best one. Although that being said, like I don't value crits that highly to begin with. I think I just wanna upgrade the Two's company. Although there is a store coming up, so maybe I shouldn't have yet. But I think it's also like at the bottom of this, so we still have a couple of fights left. All attacks get +1/+0. Nice. Okay, this one doesn't matter. Okay. I don't think I've yet to actually do it on camera, but if you can actually explode all of the 4 bombs there, you do get an extra chest for it. I promise. I'm not making that up. One day I guess I'll get it on stream as well. I love how I've done it on like every run, almost every run that I've succeeded in, like off camera. But then the moment I'm on camera, I cannot do it even once. Now granted, I don't get it every time on any run, ever. Camera on or not. But like, I don't think I've ever gotten it even once on camera, which is kind of funny. But it is what it is. Luckily, my like brand is not built on me actually being good at any of the games I'm playing. Actually, kind of the opposite, right? I think like a lot of, especially my old viewership, is from just people enjoying seeing me suffer. Like, you definitely didn't come for good gameplay back when I was like on hour 8 of fighting the Nameless King in Dark Souls 3. That being said, Lies of P, I'm probably gonna play that very soon. Very soon, and we'll be playing on the hard... Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to upgrade here though, that's bad. Well... I was terrified for a moment there. Forgot to breathe. I think you could hear me like breathe out after like holding my breath for a moment there. Ooh, got me stressed out. I mean, at the end of the day, we still go to the store no matter what, but you know, still. So yeah, as far as relics go, at this rate, I think even the reloads also refresh board one. That usually is kind of lackluster. It's never bad, but it's like quite often just underwhelming. Might actually be worth getting. I guess it kind of can almost be like straight up like a waste of a relic if you play like the bulwark guy, and then you just have like a build with specifically a lot of orbs. For whatever reason. I guess because you want variety or whatever. Because the bulwark guy has like a passive where it gives you bulwark at the start of the battle equal to the number of orbs you own or the highest power among orbs you own, whichever is higher. So if you don't go for highway orbery, which is the orb you can just like infinitely upgrade, then you kind of just, I guess, could also go for a lot of orbs. Not that I would ever do that, but like it is an option you can do. No one's stopping you. So I guess in that like situation, it would probably be just straight up bad to go for. Okay, I'm gonna still buy this even though we have a store coming up. Extra crit or bombs imply blind. Non-pebble orbs gain +1, +2 for every other orb of the same type. Okay, that's the opposite of our ability, so we probably don't want to go for that. Okay, now it doesn't actually matter, so I think we just want to go wherever there are coins. I'm actually fine with taking a bit of damage for a couple of extra coins as well. So I'm not even worrying about the misnavigation. Force a pebble into this. I think the Orbelisk is just overall very underwhelming. You'd have to have like so many discards to make it work well. Okay, we can approach the Echo to upgrade an orb, or we can just leave. I think we just upgrade. Okay, and now we have the store. We remove the remaining pebble, and we actually don't have anything else we want to get rid of. Sectorbs are actually kind of hype. However, the starting one has 0 power, and it can be upgraded on its own, by the way. But it does get 8 on crits, and we did just get extra crits as well. And we do have, like, Mew Circle and stuff, so I don't think this hits for 0 even then, because it doesn't have specifically, like, a clause to never deal damage. Fresh Bandana, absolutely want that for me, though. Because refreshing is amazing. Whenever you reload, heal 6. I think we're kind of maybe a bit past that. Although this is still like a decent relic. It's by no means bad. I don't think I want to go for that. I think I actually want to just save my gold for like orb upgrades or whatnot. So now we actually want to go for the normal fight. Because the normal fight is higher than the chest. So it's just whether or not we want to skip a fight. Like, we don't actually lose the chest by not taking it. Obviously, there is the chance of misnavigation now, but all things considered, I think it's, like, worth it. Oh, I accidentally didn't, like, check the... Yeah, for whatever reason, I didn't actually check the... the target of attacks, so I'm glad I got the AoE going off, because otherwise we might have been in a bit of trouble. Just a bit. I don't think there's a store left on this floor. Nope. So I think we can pretty casually do this. And then we should somehow figure out a way to go left. As a nation, but also in this game. You are immune to attacks while reloading. Boom. Left. I know there's like the chance of getting the chest by destroying the thingies, like I explained before, but at that point I feel like it's just worth to not even go for it and just make sure that we get to the mini-boss, because obviously the mini-boss reward is worth way more. I always kind of slightly panic whenever I see the, like, wall that comes up to you. Because of the... I think it's like just a full floor boss. But there's another one of these where instead of a hand, it's like the head. It's like a mouth that eats like... I think it also eats like its friendly minions as well. To where it's just kind of hard to hit it on the first 2 floors if you don't have AoE. But yeah, like... That one just instantly kills you if it reaches you, but this guy just hits you hard, so... This is by no means scary. Okay, damage sector gives +4 +0 to our assemble, which I think is just hype. I think we also probably want the balm. Yeah. Attacks gain -1 +1 for every crit on the board. No. Activated resets also activated crit. Sure. Although I don't think we have anything that really scales with crits from here, but the orbs themselves do so. I love the amount of maze navigation there. I think we have the crossbow enemy at the end, though. I didn't really look at it. But I feel like I just saw it like in the corner of my eye. I guess I'm like kind of slowly getting used to just the general shapes of things to the point where I don't really have to directly look at them to figure out what's going on. I can just kind of sense it in my bones. But yeah, at this point, like, I would love to get the... Love to get the activated orbs immediately deal 1 damage. That's so loud. Ooh. Because obviously the biggest slime making multi-ball guy doesn't actually deal actual damage at all. Extra bouncy balls and these big bouncers are kind of a funny combo as well. Like for this one fight it's like amazing. But yeah. A duplicate orb creates 2 of resets or crits depending on which one it hits. Temporary ones, obviously. The weird borders mean that they don't respawn as resets or crits. Cool. I guess we're just, you know, going down. I think there isn't like a single coin here, so it's just as far as we can go. Strange mirror, remove orb, remove all orbs. Oh, we have to get rid of an orb though. I think it's gonna just be the splat orb then. But I'm not happy about this. I would rather keep it. There just isn't an option of leaving. Giving it everything is what gives you the Ouroboros, but you know, it is what it is. I love how we triggered the random positive slime before we actually like triggered the heal from the balm, which is the heal orb. Also an amazing run for an orb that deals like basically no damage at all. Like with an actual orb, I think we could have just like one-shot this guy. Alrighty then. This is the... I guess I said that I was only doing 1 run. But now for sure this is my last one. Okay, that... I think we just destroyed all the slimes we created as well. Oopsie. But hey, we did some AoE damage, I guess. Wait, we didn't actually take the crits also reset thingy, did we? Did we even see it, or did I just talk about it? Wait, no, we have the resets also count as crits, not the other way around. Oh. So the worst one is the one we have. There's also an achievement for, like, killing every single one of these minions. My facecam is blocking it, but there's like 7 plus the ones you can see there. So we're not gonna go for that right now. That is, in fact, a thing where I'm absolutely not even attempting that on any Cruciball level at all. Okay, collateral. Do we have healing? I'm gonna take this. It's a bit greedy, I know, but sometimes you have to be. Every shot has a +1 multi-ball, but multi-balls are small. The problem is that the Matryoshka ball, the orb, is big to start off with, but these ones are so small that they gotta fall between pegs and stuff, so they're actually worse. Attacks deal 2 times damage, but they downgrade pegs. Nope. Constricting chains. Every orb will fire 2 additional copies, but the orbs deal 0.5 times damage. And can be only aimed in 4 directions. So I think this is the best one. This is a risky one, but I'm not completely opposed to playing this. This I just don't want to touch. Unless it can't go below 0, or below 1, but I don't know if that's the case. Every orb will fire 2 additional copies into the pegboard, but all orbs deal 0.5 times damage, rounded down. The problem is that this affects navigation as well. But we're kind of goated with our current build, so I don't think it matters. Suddenly it's really dark again. I wonder if there's like an automatic setting going on, like on LG Hub's side, that's causing it to jump that much. Oh yeah, it's kind of weird fighting against the mirror boss fights when you like... have slimes. Because then it's like the slime thing doesn't actually like happen on the other side. Even though orbs get destroyed on the other side. Plus 90 bonus damage for each one on the board is kind of hype, I guess. There's like an orb that I think just makes red bombs deal less self-damage as well. I think it's the one that scales with the amount of explosions that happen during the fight. Yep. We're immediately just starting off with the balm. The game is worried about us, I guess. That should be enough. Boom. So, right side has a chest. But if we go for the chest, we can't go for the mini-boss. Because we want the center one, so it doesn't really matter where we go aside from that. But then again, like, I don't really get to choose where I go now. We picked the 4 directions, which just completely messes up our travel. Okay, we get to fight the first boss. And we got an easy one as well, which is kind of funny. Like, there is one forest boss that I think is, like, the most difficult boss of the game. But even that I doubt would actually be difficult, like, in the 3rd floor, right? Because you already have stats for a completely different floor, but still. But still, like, the one with the brambles is really difficult. where it kind of just catches your attacks and then punishes you for them. Pegs have a 5% chance to refresh into bombs, which is hype. I think we just go left. I guess I was wrong. Brace yourself for impact. We're just taking flat damage. I'm fine with that. Lovely. Well, at least we get all the coins, if nothing else. How did those miss me? Huh? Did I have like some sort of a protection I wasn't aware of? Not that I should be complaining, by the way. That's actually just good for me. Oh yeah, this is like... As far as navigation goes, like, this is just a nightmare. Like, even if I wasn't restricted to 4 directions, that would still be difficult. Okay, well, this is not gonna be a hard fight, right? This is just me clicking... I was gonna say once, but it might actually take 2 attempts. Or 2 attacks to actually finish this. There's so much AoE just on the board. Oh no, we definitely did it in... Oh wait, oh we didn't actually spawn everything at once anyway, so... It's gonna actually take 3 ones unless we now hit the remaining... bombs. Which we actually did, so you know. Well... Yeah, a 0% chance we actually go where we wanna. Yeah. Well... I doubt there is another store left. Oh, there is one. So I guess we wanna go right side once we get to that point. Oh. But for now it doesn't matter. Because we have... Well, I mean, I guess it's good to actually attack right as well. Because that way we clear the way for the actual navigation. Because normal fights actually just use the same board. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, I feel like the 4 directions thingy is something I go for quite often, and then I, every single time, just end up regretting it. I wanna go to the left side, but well, but I don't get to choose. Obviously, I could have checked if there was like one that just throws me there with 0 gold, but that also feels bad. Okay. Boom. Also, I don't think the black holes actually count as misnavigation. Duplicate a random orb. Collateral ball has been doubled. Actually, I think that's the one orb where we're actually just happy to see that it gets upgraded. Wait, do we have an instant damage effect? Why is it taking so much damage? We had a healing one. Where does the damage come from, actually? I'm kind of confused about that. Is there just a slime that insta-deals damage or something? I am confused, but I guess it doesn't really matter. It ended up working out for us anyways, so... And by us, I mean me! Whoopee! Yeah, whenever I say us as a streamer, just like imagine that it's not me speaking. Imagine that I just have such a huge ego that I'm referring to myself as the royal we. Oops. That was quite a bit of damage. Wait, don't we already have the crit one? Yep, so that would spawn another sector, but which would be like really bad. Or assemble, I mean. Whoopee. We're buying every relic. Imagine there's like one with a negative side effect. Wait, don't we already have blast as well? Yeah, we do. Wall bounces contribute to damage, absolutely. Whenever a slime is applied, deals extra 5, absolutely lovely. Apply reduction slime to X. Pegs where X is the number of times you lost health last turn. I mean, just extra slimes, hype. Do we actually want the Swalt Orb as well? Nope. No, because we don't get to upgrade it before the fight. The only problem is that we didn't get to heal. Oopsie. Well, I think we might just nuke ourselves here as well. But I guess that's kind of the point of the entire fight to begin with, right? I'm not sure if I've actually yet to lose this specific fight. Probably, I probably have. I probably have just entered this like already almost dead. But like this fight on its own merits, where if you start off with a decent amount of HP, like it's really hard to lose. Like it's more about how you enter the fight than the actual contents of the fight itself. Even at like these harder Cruciball levels where it has extra HP and whatnot. Like it's more about you than it is about the actual boss. Mine's complete! Cruciball level 6 unlocked. Poggies! We beat level 6 for the first time, as you can see, because we actually unlocked stuff with it as well. Spinventor, once again, just broken. Like, just slime them. Slime your enemies. Add a couple of collaborator balls, whatever they're called. Collateral balls? Collaterorbs? Whatever they're... Collaterorbs? But yeah. Easy as that. I think that kind of a strat will carry me through like Cruciball 10 even. But there's only one way to find that out, which is by just trying it out in Cruciball 10, which will eventually happen maybe. But yeah, I don't have it unlocked yet, so that's not gonna happen anytime soon, but still. Overall, I'm gonna see if this is actually worth posting, but if it is, Studets and everyone else, I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I hoped. Yeah, as much as I enjoyed making it. Not a great start to that outro, whatever. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next one as well. Have a good one. Bye.